My name is Travis LaMothe. I go to Southern Methodist University. I'm a second-year graduate student. We're going to do a piece like the one behind me here. It's more of an access panel. It's kind of a replica of an access panel to an AC vent that was above my bathtub for a long time. And sort of like showering and always fascinated by this thing and how manual it is. It's meant to, hide but sort of reflect back and keep us out of it, but still kind of let us in with these toggles. So I'm replicating that in a sense in different proportions for the show. So when I say abstracted functionality, I don't mean that I remove those things from their environments completely, but that, this is gone and it's in this bastardized version of its own original purpose, but it still retains these semi-functional aspects that let us in via our hands. I have this kind of fit about things that are made for us to handle, like a hammer's shape is much more governed by the fact that it's supposed to be held in a hand than by its own ability to hammer a nail. It's more for people. And in that sense, these handles here and these kind of manual, the attentiveness that these objects have to us as people, and us with that, govern and change and affect things. So, here, like in that access panel sense, like these are parts that are easily found at Home Depot that would be only for this. Sometimes I'm interested in refabricating that to kind of bring the industrial into a domestic space, but most of the time that material palette would have to be culled from a domestic setting in general. So things that would be found there, which even goes into like insulation material and just things that would be in or around something you could call a home. So in the same way, I think these pieces seek to furnish rather than be furniture. The prints enter that verbal language. And the prints aren't really, they have drawings that are much like IKEA instructional things, and they're not really proposals or sketches or poems. They just sort of sit in between as a potentially existing thing. And the language in them should be both convey something visual, but also become very active. It's a physical language that I try to use. And in that sense, they get poetic because you can feel the movement, I think, in the ways that I describe them. But I try to personify the objects in the text work in a way that we objectify people, maybe in real life. And their presence just serves to help me blur that line that I was talking about things being furniture-like without being furniture, or without being purely domestic.